All right, so update. Today is day one of being self employed. It's day three of me not working, but those other 2 days were days that I would always have off anyway. And I more or less did the same stuff in a semi urgent manner as I would always do. But now we have disrupted the pattern that I have been living on for most of what feels like a billion years, aside from the few occasions that I was on a vacation or scheduled another day off for some reason. So it's been interesting. What I have been doing has not been interesting because, I meal prepped today instead of yesterday, leisurely. I've done some extra laundry. I've taken care of a bill. I meditated for the second day in a row because I have not felt like I was able to meditate and just lay down and not look at my phone. That's been the biggest part of it. I could have meditated many other times, but because of the restlessness of my mind, because of the restlessness of my life, because of not feeling like there was this appropriate time to relax, but being so exhausted and desperately needing to relax, it would result in me physically doing nothing but me like doom scrolling or just looking at things online in perpetuity, which is a sort of hell in and of itself. So, yesterday, knowing that I didn't have to go to work today, I laid down and I just let my mind go and let my mind be. And I sort of fell asleep for a little while after a while. And then today, I didn't fall asleep, but I laid in that unmoving sort of trance for 30 minutes. And I started to try to play around with seeing because when I do that, I can get to this place when I'm more practiced in it to where I will basically, without dreaming, see images and little picture shows and almost little movies on the back of my eyelids, but being fully awake. And I find that to be really interesting and at times enlightening. And it can feel, no, it doesn't feel, but it can mimic like a lucid dream or um sometimes it's been an out of body experience. Like I'll never forget one time when I was doing this years ago that I was laying there for probably a long time and I was wondering what time it was, but I didn't want to break out of this trance that I was in. So I astrally got up from the couch and walked over to the clock and looked at it. And I was so curious to see if that was real. And it was like I actually saw the time that was on the clock that I did wake up and I did go and check and see what time it was. And it was the time that I saw in my dream, which was like really cool. So I know that interesting things can happen from being in that state, but while I didn't have the intention of seeing anything yesterday, I laid down with the hope of seeing insights into what's next for me, or just playing around in a lucid way of dreaming about what's next for me, and being able to see it in a cinematic way from my own mind and my own imagination. And I didn't fully achieve that today, but I liked the state that I was in. And I know if I keep doing it, then I will be able to start dreaming it in an active participant kind of way. And what I'm thinking that I might want to go do is hit up salons nearby and pitch this idea where I'm not trying to do event makeup per se, but I want to offer a service where, and this could start as donations, where if you just get your hair done, like I'll do your makeup after, because there's something really magical about just having fresh hair and fresh makeup, and it's just like a Tuesday for no reason, and you just go and have like the best day of your life randomly, and it's not with the stress of an event. It's just truly a reset day. And especially if that person is like off for the day, I don't know, I think that that would be cool. It's something that I would like. I would think that that was cool, especially if it didn't have a charge. It was just like you could donate or tip that person. That'd be sweet. So that might be my next move. That sounds like really fun to me to go do. And ideally, I could just do it as much or as little as I wanted. But yeah, I'm trying to not like get into my head and go to an anxious place, which I haven't really, but it's something that I sort of expect and want to work out, like not repress, but just sit through the feelings of the known uncertainty of, still having things, every other normal expense that I would normally have to pay, and not having income in a reliable way, and not having something specific to go and do every day, and to just have that routine. This is an opportunity that allows me to create whatever routine and life that I want, which is what makes this time both so special and so scary. And something that I need to not become scared of is fearing like that I'll do nothing and like it's not safe to rest, because I have positioned myself as well as I possibly could with the means that I currently have to be safe and supported during this time that I do need rest and a reset, to be like taken care of and safe and secure as I ever possibly could hope to be, in the best position possible to be able to give myself that gift. So I'm excited, and I'm very interested in seeing what's to come.